Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's gonna be a couple of videos, more or less. In this one, we are gonna go to the two steps to understand first AI and then understand agents. And on the third video, we are gonna have a standalone explanation on how to make custom agents. But what do I mean by all of this? Easy. I made an article a couple days ago where I explained that most people don't really understand AI, not because they are stupid or have some kind of problems. They just don't think that they are smart enough to do it. Now, AI, the general use of AI at least, is made by people like you. It's not made by super ultra geniuses. Those are the people that makes the models. But what we are interacting with are just web apps. Nothing complicated, nothing that you need to be an engineer to use. And you already know it if you have been using AI for a while. Let's start by the easiest way of using AI. Just go to chat.com or chatgpt.com and you'll see this. Now, this is the easiest and most user-friendly way of using AI. And if you start like this, you are already 60% on the AI ladder. Couple of things you need to know about the ChatGPT app. First of all, you can paste almost anything inside it. It can be text, image. I think you can do video as well. You can upload PDFs, PowerPoints, CSVs, literally everything you need. Couple of things about the models. Now, there was a time where the instant version of the ChatGPT models were so trash that you couldn't use it for anything. Now, GPT 5.5 instant is quite good for every like stupid task. So it could be, I don't know, what could I wear if I have a blue shirt and a green jeans and I have another yellow jeans. I don't know what people usually wear. What do I do is usually I take the first thing I see in the wardrobe. But if you're not like me and you want to plan something, the instant version is okay. It's totally fine. Only for stupid stuff. Then we need to go on the thinking version, and there are different levels of reasoning. What the fuck does this even mean? A machine can think? Actually, no, but let's say that thinking is when you ask a friend something and it's a deep question. So, for example, why aliens didn't contact us yet? Let's say like this. Now, there are different kind of friends. There is that friend that will tell you, I don't fucking know. Okay, just don't be friend with him anymore. There is the friend that already spits out like wherever he's thinking about it, like right after you do the question. This is like the light and the standard version. There is the friend that stops for a second, thinks about it, and gives you an actual response. Let's say this is the extended version. And there is a friend that knows the Fermi paradox, he knows a bunch of things about the Kardashev scale, etc., and will give you a really good answer. This is the more or less the difference in reasoning inside ChatGPT. Then, if you are friend with some autistic people and they know specifically about space, then you are dealing with a pro version. If you have an autistic friend that has a PhD in physics or in quantum or in astronomy or wherever, you have the pro extended version. Now, I hope that with these stupid metaphors, you can understand a bit better which model to reach out and why you need to reach out to different models for different scenarios for two reasons. The first one is that thinking is not always a good thing. If you use a heavy thinking model on a stupid question, is easier than the model just thinks circularly without even giving you a good response. Speed. The instant model is called instant for a reason because it's much faster than the thinking model and it's like light years ahead of the pro model. Now, other things that you need to know about the ChatGPT app is that you can go to library to see all your images, files, wherever you need. You can go to projects, and projects are really important. Let's say how to become a millionaire with AI. Let me fix the grammar, or Sam Altman will scream at me. Create a project. And here in projects, you can add sources, first of all. You can give it files, or you can go give it from Google Drive or your Slack, for example, or you can just paste inputs. And every time you ask a question, then the model will answer with all those informations already inside it. So you don't need to paste it every time. So, for example, you're running a company and you have some rules that everyone needs to follow. They can put it in a project, and every time they need to do something for a client, they don't need to paste the project rules or wherever inside it every time to ask for stuff. Let's delete, let's delete this because AI will not make me a millionaire 100%. Another thing is apps. Apps are that thing that brings you from 40% to 60% on the AI ladder. What is an app? Well, you already know. In this case specifically, is just you connecting to different services using ChatGPT. So, for example, you can connect to Canva to make presentations, or you can connect to Figma. You can connect to a bunch of other stuff. A lot more powerful in the second chapter of this video, but for now, just remember that you can connect apps in ChatGPT and you can call them just with an add symbol and say, for example, in my workspace XYZ, I have this design. Can you bring it here, or can you help me with that, etc. Another thing that is really important about ChatGPT and that we didn't speak about is that ChatGPT can create images. So if you do slash image, create an image, you also have the ratios, and you can use different models, like the thinking model is a better image generation, and you can do it in a bunch of styles. The current GPT image 2 model is the best image model on the market. So it's better if you use it thoroughly. Now let's start the second chapter. This chapter will involve codecs. Be better than the best 10 percentile. How do you use it? First of all, you download it for your OS. There is a Mac app and a Windows app. I will leave the link in the description. You just continue with ChatGPT. So you can use your ChatGPT sub. Let me log in, give me a sec. And here you unlocked basically superpowers ability for your ChatGPT. Now you'll need a lot of time to get accustomed to this app. I think it's gonna take at least like 3, 4 weeks, but just go into the settings and start adding a bunch of stuff. It is gonna let you understand step by step how powerful is this application. Again, don't get scared. It's easy. Don't worry about it. Just ask your ChatGPT, just ask your codex in the chat thingy that I will show you now, and it will tell you step by step everything you need to do. First of all, in the general, you go to settings. Let me show you again. Go here, go settings. You can use it for coding or for everyday work. In my case, I prefer for coding. You have a bunch of stuff, permissions, full access, your IDE of choice. If you don't know what's an IDE, don't worry about it. Fast is 1.5x faster, but 2x more expensive, something like that. You have a bunch of stuff for the code thingy. You have a dictation mode, you have a dictation mode implemented. So if you do, for example, I put it on Command D, you can start dictating directly inside the Codex app, or this works globally. So this is another really, really good thing. Stuff like enable permission notification, question notification, blah, blah, blah. You go to appearance, you can select your team. I have Cappuccini because I'm Italian, and a bunch of other cool stuff here. Then you go to config. This is the most important thing. Now, how do I explain this? Codecs can destroy your machine. It's really, 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 really difficult that it happens, but it can happen. So if you cannot sleep thinking about this, leave it in the default permission. But if you want to use really 80% of what super powerful agents can give you, go to approval policy, say never, go to sandbox setting and see full access. Now your Codex app will never ask you for permission. It just does thing YOLO. The GPT-5.5 model is super smart, surely smart enough to not delete your home directory. But if it does, I'm sorry. You never know. Other things are personalization, wherever it's not that important. Keyboard shortcuts are really important. You have a bunch of them here. Then you have integrations. Those are the first party one. So for example, if I am on a chat app and I take a screenshot of my linear, if I do command left and command right, it will ask me to enable app shots. Let me allow screen for screenshots. Oh, this is so fucking cool. I never did it because I usually do it manually, and this feature is pretty new. So let me quit and reopen Codex. This is so cool. Okay. So in any app, you do command right or command left on Mac, and it brings a screenshot directly inside Codex. This is so fucking cool. We use full access here. Don't be a pussy. As for the other integrations, you have the usual MCP servers. If you don't know what's an MCP, ask your AI. They are pretty useful. We have the browser automation. This is insane. I literally had a web app made and it tested it end to end just using browser automation. And it's really, really powerful. The other one is computer use that I don't have because I'm an European. But if you're not an European, you can just install their Chrome extension and Codex can live in your Chrome browser freely and it does all the stuff for you basically. Now, Codex is divided into sections. The first one are general chats, ChatGPT basically, but you have all your tools. Go and tag them. For example, I need to make a presentation about my linear issue number 30 whatever, and you can use all my tools simultaneously. But how can you add those tools? You have another section here, it's called plugins. Here you have a bunch of first-party ones, like spreadsheets, presentations, GitHub, Slack, Linear, Gmail, really a lot. And you can just add them there. Another thing is skills. You have a bunch of first-party skill, but what I suggest is go to skills.sh. This is the Vercel skill thingy, and you can add a bunch of skills here, and they are sorted by the most used ones. For example, I always use this front-end skill by Anthropic. You just copy it, you go to your terminal, you paste the command, you click Y, and you just install the skill in all your agents. And you will see that you have Codex installed, and you will do it on Codex as well. Then you just refresh on the Codex app, like here, refresh, and it will show up here. So we explain plugins, we explain skills. Well, more than explaining it, I'm showing you this, and you need to play with it. The more you play with it, the easier it is for you to get accustomed to it, because this thing seems like a gimmick at first, but then you understand how freaking powerful it is. It's really, oh, I don't want to use the word game changing because it's a bit overused, but it can be game changing. Now, other cool things, we explain chats, but the most powerful thing is projects because it creates a folder inside your PC, like locally. So we can start from scratch or from an existing folder. We can call it test. And here you can use literally 100% of the power of Codex based on my most important linear tasks. Can you please create a one-to-one image using the image skill and give me a cool summary? So here I'm merging my linear issues and a skill. So it's a plugin plus a skill. And you can do an infinitum of this. I mean, of course, the more you add, the more the model will get confused. But 5.5 extra high is so powerful that it's really difficult for it to get confused. You just need to prompt it better. Here you can change the various reasonings. Do low for most of your things and extra high for the quite challenging ones. And don't use the other models. And you can do either standard or fast. Standard for everything, fast if you need something fast or if you have the $200 a month sub. And as you can see here, Codex can use the GPT Imaging 2 image model, so it can create also images. While this is generating, I want to give you a quick taste of the third chapter that is going to be a release of its own. It is about creating custom agents. We are going to use Spy. So this is the agent. Let me show you spy.dev. And just because there are many agent harnesses, but this one is yours, and it really means it. What does it mean? Do you see that cool Pi logo that is my color and the cool little phrase that they added here? This is all custom based. If I ask it, for example, can you make the logo loading meanwhile I'm writing a prompt? What it's gonna do is it is gonna read its own docs because Pi is fully open source. It will understand how to do it. So you can see it here. It's reading the skills for the references, and it's gonna make it automatically. So I can alt reload it and it will just customize itself. Of course, this is a stupid thing. Like this is a UI change, more or less. It's a TUI to be specific. But now take this and bring it to the power of 100 because you can customize tools, you can customize skills, you can customize the codes, you can customize literally everything about this agent. Dive for the next video. What are the real use cases? Because because Pi is not something like Hermes that's or OpenClaw, wherever, that has a bunch of functionalities out of the box. It's literally a Lego set with infinite pieces that you can build, decompose, rebuild again until you are good with it. Meanwhile, this is doing his stuff. And it created this. Now, this is something that I will never use. I will not think that this is useful. But the thing is that here I gave it really stupid instructions. What you can do is you can create custom skills to let it be exactly how you want it. For example, when I made the article for Twitter, what I did is I gave him a bunch of prompts and things he needs to follow with my design guides, my rules for images, and he created a bunch of images that were not only really useful, but also perfectly related to my custom system, my blogs, etc. So the more you customize it, the easier and the more references it has, the easier it is to create what you need. And this is something really important. What you should do is you should have a folder, a couple of folders, where you save all the things that you did right, all the images, all the text that has the right language, etc. And you reference those every time you need to make a new thing. Now, let's see also the logo loading. So you can see in the right, I have this little thingy now. I did expect it. So what we can do is we can do resume, we can do your logo, and we can say something. I prefer a better visual animation, like with 3 dots or something. And we can iterate as much as we want, as much we have credits at least. And you can make your own custom agents. Now, sorry for this back and forth. I'm really excited for the next chapter because this is the thing that I've been obsessing for months now. But I will leave you here. Tell me what's the best thing you learned today and the thing that I explained the worst. So I can do a post about it. I can do, I don't know, maybe an article. Oh, look how cool it is now. Now it looks really cool. Do you see it here? Wait for this stuff. It's so freaking cool. Again, thank you for watching. Leave a comment on what you want to learn next and what I need to explain better. And yeah, have a good time. Bye bye.